So let's clarify. You believe that a loving God, presumably your God is loving, or maybe he's not, maybe he's really angry, but the God you believe in ordained that it was necessary for little boys to have a piece of their penis cut off and to be permanently traumatized. Now remember, that study went back a year later. A year later, that baby's brain never returned to baseline. Boys' brains do not return to baseline normal after being circumcised. They are traumatized because it's sexual violence at an early age. We wonder why there's so many evil men in the world. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe if we stopped enacting sexual violence on them at the age of, a month? How old are they at these? Anyway, but I wanted to talk about this because this definition of God, this God who's okay with traumatizing infants and circumcising infants and sexual violence towards infants, because the penis is a sexual organ. It is sexual violence. The God that God, right, who preaches sexual violence, I just wanted to say, I don't think he's real. I truly do not believe that he is real. And I really hope that you sit and unpack why in the world you believe that a loving God would ordain that. Just because it's written down in a book somewhere? Who wrote the book? Why'd they write that down? Why was that the version of the story that got preserved and passed on? It's almost like maybe they wanted people to be traumatized. But circumcision actually fell out of style for a while because it was mostly a Jewish thing. But they brought it back in the United States in the 1800s because they thought it would help prevent masturbation. It doesn't actually do that, to my knowledge, but it does traumatize. It does traumatize little boys. And what's really fucked up is that the American, all of our medical associations are so gung-ho for circumcision. Like, it's like impossible to sue someone because you were circumcised. Like, we defend circumcision in the United States. And it's really, really fucked up because we're defending sexual violence against boys just because they're boys. FGM is fucking illegal. We don't mutilate little girls the way we mutilate little boys. And we don't want to have that conversation about equality, do we? How different would all women be if we started exposing all women to sexual violence before they're even 6 months old? And then we wonder why men have trouble connecting with people. Well, maybe we should stop fucking with them and traumatizing them when they're babies and let them develop normally.